Fuck you, haters! This video is not for kids! Go find another toilet to shit on!
Some enthusiasts had come to the island. It was their last day and Edward was preparing to take them to meet Bill and Ben. He found it hard to start the heavy train.
Did you see him straining?
Positively painful.
Just pathetic. He should give up and be preserved before it's too late.
Shut up! You're all jealous. Edward is better than any of you.
No, yeah, you're right, Duck. Edward's old, but he'll surprise us all.
I've done it! We're off! I've done it! We're off!
Soon Edward was steaming well and making good time. Bill and Ben were delighted to see the visitors. They loved being photographed. Later, they took the visitors to the clay pits in a brake van special. Everyone had a splendid time, and the visitors were very impressed. Then, Edward took the visitors home. On the way home, however, the weather changed for the worst. Wind and rain buffeted Edward. His sanding gear failed, his wheels slipped, and the fireman had to ride in front, dropping sand on the rails by hand.
Come on! Come on!
Suddenly...
Oh no!
Edward's wheels couldn't grip on the wet rails. With a shrieking crack, something broke.
No! Not now!
The crew inspected the damage. Repairs took some time.
Well, Edward, when your crate was broke, it was put off your side road. Now you are single, like an old-fashioned thing. And you get the people home. They must start back tonight.
I'll try, sir.
Edward puffed and pulled his hardest, but his wheels kept slipping, and he could not start the heavy train. The passengers were worried.
I've got it.
The driver explained his idea to the fireman.
That could work. Let's give it a go.
Driver, fireman, and guard went along the train making adjustments between the coaches.
We've loosened your couplings, Edward. Now you can pick up the coaches one by one, just like you do with trucks.
That'll be much easier.
The driver gently opened the regulator, and Edward slowly puffed off.
Come on!
first coach moving helped to start the second, and the second helped the third.
I've done it! I've done it!
Steady, Edward. Well done, boy. You've got them. You've got them.
The passengers were thrilled. Most had their heads out of the window. They waved and shouted, cheering Edward on as he forged slowly but surely ahead. The Fat Controller paced the platform. Henry with the special train waited anxiously too.
30 minutes late. That won't do.
Suddenly, they heard a whistle. At last, battered, weary, but unbeaten, Edward steamed in. The Fat Controller angrily pointed to the clock.
Well, Edward, explain yourself.
But before Edward could say anything, excited passengers stormed out of the coaches. They thanked Edward, his driver and his fireman before rushing off to get in Henry's train. Duck and Boko saw to it that Edward was left in peace. Gordon and James remained respectfully silent.